In this session, we are going to talk about how to create a sales-ready digital product with AI from start to finish in just a few minutes. And my guest for this session is no one other than Rachel Miller. She's amazing at what she does with organic social media growth strategies and making stuff go viral. She has different businesses in some very weird niches that you're probably going to hear about here. I connected with her actually a few years ago for some affiliate promotions I did for Stu McLaren and Ryan Levesque. And recently, Molly Mahoney told me that she's doing some cool stuff with AI and she has his own tool called Bizzy.ai. I will leave a link as well if you want to check it out here in the description. And as we go, this is a really cool platform she's building. Today, we're going to do like a little demo for this and showcase how you can actually do this, how you can create a sales-ready digital product in just a few minutes using AI, which is pretty mind-blowing when you're going to see what she's going to show us here. With that being said, warm welcome, Rachel.
I'm so grateful to be here. I am obsessed with getting the easy button for my business. I really love that AI has given us and been the easy button for us. I can't wait for your audiences.
It's so interesting. Sometimes I see people, what are they doing now? Because a few years ago, it wasn't possible to do a lot of these things, right? So maybe you can tell us a little bit, how did you get into this? How did you actually stumble across the, AI to develop this tool you have been working on, which is called Bizzy.ai? We're going to get into that a little bit. I'll leave links below as well, so you can check it out if you're interested in watching this. Tell me a little bit about that, how this tool came to be actually.
Yeah, well, I don't know if people know this, but I grow viral audiences. I teach people how to grow viral audiences. And I also have several viral audiences of my own. And so I would have like a cat audience, a DIY audience, a preschool audience, and next thing you know, I have like 6 different websites that get tons of traffic. And they were primarily monetized. Yes, I had some programs on it, but they were primarily monetized with ad spaces because it's passive. I don't have to update it. I don't have to do fulfillment. It was great, right? Well, Google and whatever made some changes. Ad revenue started going like this. So per CPM, yada, yada, yada. So my money was going down. And I was like, you don't do that. I like making money. Like, we don't have our money rate going down. What do I need to make money come back up again? And I needed more products to put in front of my audience and my own products. And this is something I knew from the beginning. I just didn't want to put the effort in. So now I'm looking at my websites and I have gargantuan size websites. And I'm like, okay, I have to create products. And I don't have to create one product. I have to make like 47. And Navid, you know this, like now that you're in business for a little while, the first offer doesn't always work. So you have to make enough offers to test. And so that you have one offer for them to turn down and the next offer for them to love. And you have to have offers to bundle together. You have to make the strategy for it to be successful. Selling one thing is kind of like a shot in the wind. You have to have like a strategy.
Yep.
Okay. So that meant I had to make like 47 or 27 different products. And I was like, well, dang. Okay, so to make a digital product, I had to get Canva up. I had to design the pages in Canva. Then I had to write the pages in Canva. Then I had to put graphics in the pages in Canva. Then I had to like brand a website, which means I have to look at the colors of the pages on the Canva thing and then put them into the sales page. And then the sales page, I have to write each sales page matching the product. Then I have to do the whole tech shigamabob, where you take the button click and the click button makes the next thing happen. And let's say you change your price, like you start with 27 and then you're like, oh, I think we should actually be $13.99. You have to change it on every single button and every single ad and every single email. And then I can't remember of the 47 products, which one did I change and which one did I not? And so it was this disastrous mess. So I ultimately made this first for myself. And then as I made it for myself, I was like, whoa, this is pretty hot, pretty cool. Like, how many other people would want this too? How many other people would want an instant product? And so what I just created was a templatized way to make a sales page like this with AI, where it actually writes the sales page for you. You're not having to say, I want the headlines, prompt ChatGPT, and ChatGPT gives you 15 headlines, and you're like, oh, I like that one. Copy, paste, enter next prompt for the sales copy page, copy, paste. Okay. It takes time. I didn't have that. I wanted to like instantly make 27 sales pages for 27 completely different products using my format of sales pages that had already converted and already worked.
Okay, Rachel, were these in different industries as well, or were it?
Industry.
Oh, yeah, because you mentioned, I didn't even know all of this because I don't think it's so public because you have a lot of different pages, not just in marketing, right? You have grown millions of followers in other niches, which is really cool.
4 million followers, and they don't know who Rachel Miller is, and they don't even care.
Yeah, because I didn't even see that in your. I didn't see that, so I'm glad you're saying this because it shows even more authority for what you're doing. So that's great.
Love that no one in my core businesses knows who I am. Like they don't know. They don't.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I had all these products, and so I needed a way to systematize it. And then we basically got rid of a designer. We got rid of a tech person. We got rid of a copywriter. We got rid of we were able to grow our business without scaling our team. It's just I was just like, it was like the holy grail a little bit.
That's so awesome. So why don't we, you have a little presentation prepared, Rachel. So why don't we get into that? Then we get into some questions, but you're also going to demo and showcase how this is done. So let's do that. And let's
slides. And I love summits to be more entertaining than a slide presentation. So jump in, ask questions.
Of course. Yeah. I always do that. So let's get into it because you have some good stuff prepared here. So let's do it.
So here we go. Okay. So that's my family. And my family is the most important thing in the whole wide world to me, guys. I have one ridiculously patient hubby, 6 crazy, ridiculous kids, 5 businesses, 4 million followers, I think I told you. And I've been juggling businesses for 15 years. We've had over 28,000 students. So I've worked with so many different businesses. I've seen patterns over and over again. I've seen patterns of sales pages that work. I've seen patterns of products that work. I've seen patterns of emails, of ads. We know what works. Most people know me for helping people go viral. These are my own business's stats about 2 months ago. I haven't grabbed stats in a little while. Like I told you earlier, we have our businesses on autopilot. So they bring in traffic, but I didn't have the products to sell to that audience. So I needed a way to make money that was automated without me spending 8, 10, 15 hours per product getting it out to the world, like designing it, writing it, making the sales page, hooking up all the tech, making the email sent, writing the dang email. I needed a way to do that simply. And I needed to do that because there was a fork in the road. Now, this is Midjourney. Notice Midjourney kind of delivers, AI delivers kind of crap results sometimes. The fork in the road for me was that ad revenue was going down. So I was making less per 1,000 people that visited my website than I was previously. I needed more money. I didn't need more money. I wanted more money. Okay, so there's a fork in the road there. And then the other fork in the road is AI's here. But AI delivers sometimes iffy results. Like I asked AI, give me a fork in the road. Give me a road with a T. Give me a road with going right, going left. It couldn't deliver a decent road. So I wanted to not get stuck in that. I need a ChatGPT to give me a better prompt, better results, and kind of get stuck in no man's land. I wanted a way that I could come to the fork in the road in my business and get results that kind of jump me ahead further and faster. So I know that right now, more businesses are failing than ever, and that they're failing because they're not taking advantage of seeing that fork in the road and instead burying their head in the sands and be like, oh, AI is not a thing. I'm not going to use AI. Or AI is prompts and I'm going to spend all my time on ChatGPT getting the best prompts and the best prompt setup instead of actually automating part of my business. And I think,
Rachel, the one thing on the prompt thing, and I do think prompt might have its value. There's a lot of people that talk about it, but I tend to go, for example, if I want to write a blog post or take, for example, this video we are doing right now, I'm not going to bring the transcript into ChatGPT. That's going to take forever. So I'm going to a tool. If I'm let's say I'm a blogger, I want to go into a specific tool like Content at Scale, for example, put in this post because I don't need to prompt and give ChatGPT, ChatGPT, you need to give so many instructions. But I prefer to just answer a few questions. Let's say I want in the voice of Neil Patel or Brian Dean. I go in there and then basically creates this amazing post. And I've tested this. It works really well. So I can imagine your tool or what you're sharing here is a little bit similar. You answer probably a few questions about your audience, about different things. And that's basically how it works, right? You don't need to prompt.
Meaning that your businesses know who their audience is. What if they've never sold before? Do they know who their perfect person is?
They probably don't. If they haven't got into business, of course, they don't know it. But it helps to know a little bit. But
what knows? AI knows. AI knows who the best person is.
Okay,
AI
interesting.
knows what voice is the best. So why are we trusting us to know who the best customer is for yoga when the search engines, they already know who's looking for and buying yoga. So we shouldn't have to tell AI different things about our niche. I think we should just say, I'm a yoga studio. AI, tell me what the best
What I was
product
referring
is.
to, I think, is more you have probably a certain way of writing that you want to convey, but the audience, of course, needs to be if you see what's coming up in Google when you're searching for something about yoga, maybe that is the kind of customer you are trying to attract if you want to rank on Google. That's what I could imagine.
What we need to know is that if we're not on the AI bandwagon, we're going to be shut down. We're going to have where we're going to be on the losing end of the spectrum because you can do so much with AI right now. But even big companies like BuzzFeed are actually downsizing their companies, letting go of a whole branch of their company because AI is coming in and they saw the writing on the wall. Businesses that don't get on board, they are going to struggle. Instead of being Blockbuster, who said, you know what, we're going to continue to create a great experience in our stores for people to come in and get a video and they can have the whole picking out their video process. We don't want to have it where people have to pick out their content. We don't want to have it where people have to do a hoop or jump through get in line to create their content. Change is not bad. Change is a good thing. And if you don't get on board all of these companies and move to streaming, move to the instant says easy button, you're going to struggle. So for me, I believe AI is changing the world. I know that because they've got 173 million users, but those users are creating content a lot like this, where social media, they post what ChatGPT or content or whatever creates for them. They post it and it looks like ChatGPT wrote it. That's if my guess is a lot of you don't have all day to spend training ChatGPT to give you what you need and then formatting it to use it. We need an easy button, and that's what we created. Our customers are going to fail if they don't have an easy button, and we are going to fail if we don't have an easy button. We could be like chasing cats. When you're creating content, it feels I have to go make it in Canva. I have to go write the copy. I have to design it. I'm not a designer. Do these colors look good? I have to go plug everything into the sales page. It feels like I'm either chasing cats, trying to remember all of the pieces that I need to create my online business, or I'm chasing the cats as in, where'd they go? Come on back. I'd like you to be my customers, please. I know there's an easier way. The easier way is that you need to have 3 things in order to be successful. You need to have a person that you're going to help. You're going to need to have a problem that you're going to solve. If you know the person, if you know the problem, I'm going to help overweight women lose weight with the process of yoga. If you can know those 3 things, just those 3 words, you don't need to fill out anything else. We can have AI create your entire sales page and your product and your emails and your ads and your blog posts with only those 3 pieces. You just need to know your person, your problem, and your process. We will be your easy button. Step 1, find your person. I help small business owners get attention and leads, even when they can't run an ad, or even if they don't understand their numbers, even if they've never sold anything before. Get this one thing straight in your company and in your business. That's all you need to know in order to help your audience. My goal, whenever we created our AI tool, was I made it for me. I am like so allergic to tech. I'm allergic to programming the clock in my car when the time changes, like I'm hopeless. I'm allergic to changing the temperature in my thermostat in my home. I hate tech. Don't ask me to reprogram my remote control so I can watch different TV channels, even if we switch from Disney to Hulu or whatever it is. I can't do that. And I was thinking, who else is just like me and struggling with tech? We need an easy button. I wanted to make it where grandma or any other technophobe can create a digital product and everything to promote it in under 15 minutes. So you're not having to tell ChatGPT different things about your customer. You're not having to have a dialogue with it. You're not having to fill out a survey. In 15 minutes from start to finish, what was taking me days now takes 15 minutes. We need a product. That's there. You need a product. You need a sales page. You need a way to promote that product. So that's emails, ads, blog post copy, whatever it is that you social media post, ladder post. You need a way to get that product out to the world. Now, a lot of times when we make the product, we spend all this time making the product, then we make the sales page and we're so burned out, we don't actually properly create all the assets to promote it. I wanted a way to make the entire thing in 15 minutes. but it got better and we did it in 4 minutes. Navid, do you want to actually watch us build it in 4 minutes?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep you accountable on this, Rachel. But I'm blown away. This is really cool, actually.
Tell me a random niche right now.
I'll tell one for one of my students. She's a harpist. Let's see if that works. She's a harpist. She has done summits on harp music, basically. Yeah.
I'm going to go back more copy, and we're going to go up here and we're going to say harpist.
Yeah,
training program.
For other harpists, basically. She's like training and things like that for other harpists. That's usually what she helps people with.
Musical to be a better. Okay. And we're going to tell it to create. Do you want to have it create your social media first or your blog?
Let's start with something simple, social media first.
So while that's running, I'm going to come up here. We're going to create the digital product. So start your timer. What time is it right now?
At my end here, 2:59.
Okay, 2:59. Let's go. We're going to hit create a digital product. We're going to say we want to create it for harp music. So we'll do life goals, a goal setting, and a calendar. We'll do music with that one. And just come up here and see if we got any music ones. We may not, but that's okay if we don't. We can still make it with others. So we're going to do the time block schedule. And let's do positivity. And we'll add it with music. Okay. So I created my batch. What my batch is it has different pages that I can use inside my product. Now, one thing, guys, a problem is that I work with a lot of different accounts. So I'm always having to log into other ones and it's freezing on me because I wasn't logged in. So I have to log in again because I'm Rachel, who did customer service for people this morning. So let me log back in. This is still inside my timer though. See if I can still do it even with it. Okay, I'm logged back in and that only happens to me because I log into so many different people's accounts to fix things, or you know how it works when you're running a business. Okay. I'm in now and I'm going to do, we're going to do life focus. So we're going to focus on training hours for harps and breaking down the plan and harp practice schedule. Okay. So I'm hitting edit and now I'm going to go in and it's going to create colors for it. I don't think I like that purple. It kind of looks icky. I do like the happy color, but I could go in and change any other color palette that I want, or I can add a custom colors. I can change the font, I can change the color of the pages, or I can say, I like that branding look, and next. Once I hit next, then I can see the pages. Now they're written right now with AI on the topic of being productive. So productive practice. And we're going to add just a little bit focus for playing power. Okay. And we're going to go to the next page, add a little bit of harp into that one. And break it down. Okay. Once I have my pages and I've added a little bit to those pages, now I can go in and I can add custom pages. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to talk about playing the harp professionally. It's going to write her about me page. So she doesn't have to wonder what description I give about myself. So here it is. There's the harp page. She can now upload a picture of herself playing the harp. We'll just upload just a random picture from my phone, my computer here. So she has now branded it to herself. We're going to go through. We're going to add like practice lists. Let's do 12 different things to do when she's practicing playing the harp professionally. It's writing her checklist for her. It's done. So there's her attend harp to become a professional harp person. She needs to enroll in professional lessons, network with other musicians. She needs to create an impressive online portfolio. She needs to contact local venues for gigs. Okay. So we've got that one. We're going to say add that to the page. How many more pages do we want, Navid? Because you can have as many as you want. You can keep going for hours.
Yeah, I mean, you do customize this sometimes afterward? I mean, for example, to add more personality and stuff, I assume you would have to customize something in the product, or what do you do depends the niche, I guess. But
if you want to go and customize it, you can rewrite any of the content, but AI has already written it for you, so you don't have to create the prompt. You don't have to write the page.
And what
It will actually
typically
write
would
it
you
for
say the price point yours? I mean, this is a smaller product, so I mean, so what do you in the niches you're active in? What do you usually sell for like a smaller product with some pages, like checklists, or I don't know what you sell in these different industries you're in.
Yeah. So generally what we suggest is that you sell it for $7 and $7.99 unless you're adding like a video course to it. And we actually
Yeah.
have it where you can upload a video into it later.
Okay, interesting. Cool. Yeah.
So we just shorten it up a little bit and let's make that bold. You can change any of the colors. Like right now, this one's blue. Let's say I want it to be orange. So now notice the page just changed and now it's colorful and blue. Once you've got it where you like it, and we'll make that one orange too, you can change any of the colors that you want. Like, oh, I don't like that being green. I want it to be blue. There we go. When you've got your pages and you like them, then you can rearrange them if you want to. I can go up here and be like, whoops, close. I can be up here and be like, oh, I want to move this page to the front and I want to move my checklist right after that. And then I want to have this one right there. So I can rearrange the pages any way I want. It will actually rewrite my cover and my title for me. So I'll say 6 hour, let's do the productive harpists plan, professional plan. Okay. I can go through and pick a title, a cover. So I don't have to design the cover. You already told us the colors that you liked. And it goes through and it makes the cover for you, matches it to your title. It will give you a mock-up and that will go onto your sales page, your emails, and your ads. You like the book? There it is. Like it? Use it? Awesome. Publish. Okay, so how long did that take me, Navid?
I mean, we had some with the login, but yeah, maybe people will probably call us out on it. So maybe it was like five, because we started around 3. Actually, it was just turning 3 o'clock here. Now it's 3:05, 3:06, but we had
I didn't get it done in 4 minutes, but did you think you could build the entire product?
I think people forgive us for this, so that was a little bit with a login for you. So
I know,
and we also talked a little bit in between, I'm sure if you recorded this like separately, now we are doing like a recording here, streaming like remotely. So that takes, but it's still really impressive, by the way.
You created it in 6 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, it's perfect.
In 6 minutes, but that's not all you made, because it made your sales page for you too.
Wow, at the same time. So it's basically taking this copy and things like that. And that's pretty cool.
There it is. So we're gonna do its thing. What it's doing is it's running all the prompts for you. So you don't have to wonder what your prompts are. It will actually go and make your prompts for you. You can sell it by clicking sales page, or you can say it's a lead magnet. And now all the language everywhere says lead magnet. It doesn't say, it says download it. It doesn't say.
So you don't need to sell it. Like if you feel that this is not valuable enough to sell, maybe that's better to use to generate leads for list building. That is also possible. So that's great.
And you can go back. Let's say you sell it as a lead. You do it as a lead magnet now. And then you're like, oh, it's going bonkers. We've gotten so many people on it. I want to add more pages to it. And now I want to sell it. You can easily go back, add more pages, click here and sales page. Now you're selling it. You don't have to change it in your the price in your ad. You don't have to change it in all of the buttons. I don't know if any of you have built a sales page before and you start editing the pricing in one spot and you miss one button. Yeah, it automatically goes and finds all of the places where you say the price and fixes it all at once.
That's nice because I mean it's good also, like you have seen like when people are selling like books, they can have like a preview as a lead magnet, and then they can sell the main thing for like a little bit more. So you can have like people can check it out. Maybe you have like a checklist, and then you have like a little bit more like a full guide for like $7 or whatever. That's like still an intro offer, but you might have more expensive products later on. Maybe a video course or something. So
this actually you can add this to a video course. So like down here we've got the thank you and the delivery page. You can change it from a basic thank you page to a video delivery page, and now you have videos that you add in. And you can add more videos. You can add several videos. So like here, I'm going to add a second video.
So is that like a membership site, or is that like a page?
It's more like a page. So it's not something where they have a login to it. But for the majority of us that are wanting to say, sell this for $27 now.
Doesn't matter as much, actually.
A stack of videos in there. And now
The most important, do something simple. Maybe you're just getting started as a creator. Then this is like a very easy way to just get going, to not feel like, bogged down with all the tech, because you need to set up a lot of different things. Even if you're using like easy to use tools, you still need to set up certain things. They don't connect in this. At least I haven't seen a tool that connects in this way, which is really cool.
And it writes it all for you. You're looking to maximize your productivity and achieve excellence. Now, notice that the language, now this is something that you were talking about, Navid, you wanted to write in your tone. Well, harpists are naturally more serious. They're more educational. They're more, AI knows that. I don't have to tell AI, write in the voice of a harpist. AI knows that a harpist is more studious and more professional. So it's going to write it in words like expand your repertoire and improve your technique. It's going to use the language of a harpist. If I was writing this about my daughter's, like, I want you to do one for a green pickle. Okay, I was on live just like this. And my daughter, I don't know if you guys know this, I have 6 kids. So my daughter was actually in the chair that you guys can't see because she was supposed to be doing her homework and she hadn't been doing her homework. So she was failing one of her classes. So she's sitting here where I can watch and make sure she's doing her homework. And I'm like, so what niche do you want? And she's like, green pickle candles. I'm like,
oh my God.
So it knew it was a joke. It knew it was a joke. And they're like, this practical joke will make every kid snort laugh. And you're just like, how did it know to say that? Like, AI knows. If you trust AI, if you feed AI the right content, whereas we fed it like, AI, tell us who this person is and create it for the best customer, AI knows that AI creates it for you. So
for example, for a lot of the stories and things that are personal, that is more difficult to get right. But like for the audience, for what you're talking about is like, for the offer to get, okay, we are writing for harpists. I mean, that is pretty, they can probably see who they're gonna do. You can tweak something. So if you want to have a story of how you got started with harp, playing the harp instrument, you can probably add that if, you don't have that. That's if you want.
I'll even tell you, here's the general story that we have. So the general story
What is the story here? Like, that would be interesting to see.
Music has always been my passion. The harp is called,
they give a story.
I was a child playing this instrument, blah, 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 blah. Like, it actually writes the general.
This is, if that matches, that's perfect. But I mean, that is, even if it doesn't match, it's very easy to change it.
It gives you something to start from. So
exactly,
you're not having that empty space.
That's what I meant.
You have to play that ChatGPT, give me all the ideas and let me hook them up. Okay, once you're done though, I'm going to go back up here and make sure it's a lead magnet. Just because I don't want my stripe hooked up into here so you guys see my stripes. Okay.
Yeah.
And notice it auto saves for you, but if you're ever worried about it, just always the orange buttons are I call it the yellow brick road. As long as you're clicking the yellow brick road, it's saving as you go. So here was my sales page. I'm going to do basic one and I'm going to say, looks good next. Oh, it's asking me to put in my card. There we go. Me.com. So you can even drive it to your traffic for your next
This
thing.
integrates with Stripe. Okay, got it.
And there's my sales page.
Cool. It's coming very quickly, everything. It's like based on the information. It was really, I mean, it's probably the fastest I've seen something up like that, which is really, yeah, I mean, it's like so beginner friendly for someone to just get an offer out, which is, yeah, especially when you're like, you said you're testing in so many markets. How could you possibly do that if you didn't have like something like this?
We needed to create 47 different products and I needed a way to make tons of them at one time. So right now, you guys, you can see here's a photo post ready for you to go. We have a sales email. So you can send this to your current list or a delivery email. This automatically goes to your audience. So you don't have to hook up that email. It's here. It's already sending to your people.
How do can you explain that a little bit? How is this like an email tool in, like built in, or you hooked this up to your email or copied this to your email provider?
So we run the sales through Stripe and our Stripe account connects with your Stripe account.
Oh, so okay. So is this an email that goes out when they purchase?
Yeah, when somebody purchases or they download it for free, it sends the notice through Stripe and Mailgun.
But you would still need your email provider, right? You would still, like you would still need something to send your, regular communication, like ConvertKit or whatever you use. Yeah.
You can come on up here and you can see your list. And down here, you can set up Zapier and it will automatically send the people that signed up with us into your own list.
Got it.
Or you can download the CSV and do whatever you want with your list up to you.
Okay.
But we only send your delivery email. We're not your marketing. Like we are not contacting the people after that point.
are you gonna have like direct integrations at some point, maybe like for certain tools?
The issue with that is whenever I interviewed my audience and asked them where they wanted to have direct integrations, they had 15 different providers.
Oh my God.
And no, I'm not making that many APIs.
Yeah, that is a lot of APIs. I was thinking like, yeah, convert it like the popular ones, like but 15 is.
Like,
Then someone will complain, right? Then it's, why did you get converted? Get this one, but you can see like maybe with time you'll see what to do. But it's still quite new, the tool, right? You have like you're adding new features and things like that.
Our most recent one that we featured. Now this is CopyShop. If you want more content, like you're like, oh, I didn't get enough, you can come over here to the dashboard and I have a product. I want you to create my promotion content. And that takes you to the Bizzy CopyShop. And the Bizzy CopyShop gives you, like here, it says, tell me more about your product. We'll create your copy. A harpist training program to become a better musician. I hit social content and then take me to my content. Here's the content that you created because you said you wanted social media posts. It gives her post for Facebook, her post for Instagram, her post for Pinterest, which are different types, Facebook groups. It gives her post per platform if she wants to have it organized.
It gives this instantly, Rachel. Like after you have entered this, like the first thing we did with creating the product, then it gives this instantly, basically all the different things based on what we entered into the tool, basically the information.
Yes. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. And right now, this is the bonus in video scripts. This is the bonus for if you're signing up into Bizzy. You'll get the additional tool as well. So it's kind of cool. Now we just did social content. You could also do, say, like business branding. And you're like, oh, I want to know more about like my avatar and who they are and how to reach that person better. It will give you content to help you market to that person based on what AI said. So this is actually, this section right here helps you know what AI thinks your person is. So you can go into my avatar and be like, okay, who is my person? AI is going to say, this is the person who has been most likely to purchase harp in the past and a harp training program.
Harp music training or whatever it is.
They're the ones, they know what it's most likely the person's going to be and what they most likely want and what their like heart issues are. They want to connect in a supportive environment, with connecting with other musicians and mentors who share the passion.
This is actually true. Because that's exactly what my student Diana created. She created like beyond her summit she created like I believe she's still doing this, but she created like a membership site, which is like for community, right? It's like and it's exactly what the AI is saying there. They're in the tool.
And so, anyways, my point is you don't need to create all this yourself. AI does it all for you. And so here we've got testimonials that you can have. Now, we want you to ethically share them. What I mean by that is, how many of you guys have had a student who's loved your program and they say, it's great. And you're like, well, I can't really use that as a testimonial at all. It's great means like, okay. And they go, so what results did you get? I got good results. Okay. Which of these 3 testimonials do you think is most appropriate for you? Would you mind if this was something for you? And now the person doesn't have to start from scratch. So that's how I see you using the testimonial. So we've had people say, it's not ethical to give the testimonials. I'm like, well, you try getting a testimonial from your audience. My audience says it's amazing. And I'm like, well, that's great. But like, details, please.
Yeah, you need to ask the right question. I've done a lot of testimonials for my programs, but this can help with certain people who are not like, so talkative, or they don't like to write too much or whatever, or they are not good on video, whatever. So you can still get something from them, which is great, of course.
Yeah. And so here's head and heart reasons they say no. Solutions. So these are reasons why people want to buy.
This is so useful, by the way. This is like really, because this is probably one of the hardest things when you're writing like sales copy, to actually get this right. Because you might check your competitors and whatever. You might check and then it looks like the same as everyone else. But this is good, So I mean, this is great. Fun. Yeah.
That's the tool that I made. And I made it because I wanted people to not have where they were like stuck with that blank slate, or stuck like me, spending hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And guys, I'm fast in the market. Like I think I could create a product from start to finish the old way in like 8 or 9 hours. And just so you guys know, some people, it takes weeks, months to create the product, the writing, the sales page, hooking up all the tech. I was doing it in 8 hours and my team was like, woohoo, we're doing it. I'm sitting there going, I just did 5 and I have 42 more to go. I can't spend 42 more days doing this. And if you're like that too, you know that you need multiple offers. You need ways to scale an offer multiple times. You don't want to get stuck in ChatGPT where you're using AI and you're like stuck going, okay, well now I got 15 headlines. I have to tweak which one I want.
There's a lot of decisions when it comes to using ChatGPT. You have to like decide a lot of things, right? You actually, the AI doesn't. There, you have to be the ruler. You have to actually decide. ChatGPT is not gonna do it for you, really. I mean, if it does, it might not be the best. But with this tool, you just basically can get going, and you don't have too many decisions to make, which is great. But I wanted to ask you one thing. Like when these are smaller products, have you used this to create? What are the most premium products you've used for this tool? Like, have you used this for longer video courses, which is like in a members area as well, or something like that? I don't know what kind of products you have for your other niches. I know your marketing entrepreneur brand, but I don't know too much about other ones.
My biggest thing that I did using this tool is I sold one last night.
Yeah. Okay,
so
cool.
I literally, this guy had asked me to build one for him and I was like, I'll do it eventually. He asked the 3rd time and I said yes. And so he's wiring the money to me today. It's a $5,000 content pack where
Wow.
I will create the content for whatever your business is. I'll create the content. Usually it's 60 to 90 days worth of content for your business. And I create it, package it, and give it to you.
Walk us through how you walk us through the process for as like such a premium offer. I mean, it's similar, but like to sell this and to get it into the tool.
So what I do is I run through CopyShop and I was like, okay, give me my conversation starters. And then I take the conversation starters and I run it probably 3 times. So I say, I want social starters is what we call them inside the copy pack. I run it 3 times and I get the 3 different results from it. And it delivers, when I do it 3 times, it gives me probably 90 results. And I only give the customer 60. So I delete 30 of it. But how fast is it to delete 30 dud responses? For me, it's pretty fast. So I get the copies thing. I put it into a spreadsheet because they want to see their content in a spreadsheet. They don't want to see it in CopyShop. So I put it into a spreadsheet. Then I go in and I go to the social media calendar post and I run that. And I run that 3 times. And that gives me 28 times 3, like almost 80. I think it's like 76 different video ideas that becomes their video content plan. And again, I only give them 60. So of the 76, I remove 16 from that. I remove 16 things that I don't think will work for them. Then I go through and I do the head and heart objections and I create those and I stick them onto Canva slide. So now we've got Canva templates. I've got 100 of them. I pick, say, 15 of the best Canva slides that this person uses. I use bulk upload and I upload those. Now, it does take me probably maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours to remove the 15 things, to run the automation. But I give the customer a pack of content that's 90 days worth of their social media posts. And I give that to them for $5,000. And that's generated through CopyShop. And I tell them, do not pay me $5,000. I would rather that you use the tool and you can make it yourself. But when they're these companies that hire me, they generally just lost their social media person. They don't care. This person does not care about their social at all. He's the owner and he's golfing and he's mostly retired now. His social media person quit. He doesn't want to have to deal with it. There's turmoil in his company. Can you please just make the content pack and we'll have somebody implement?
Yeah.
So that's where it's best for that type of person. But yeah, I'm selling those and I sell usually between 4 and 6 of those a month. At $5,000.
Wow, that's so interesting that you can use it for maybe you have a service business or whatever. And I mean, I know that's not maybe your main business for sure. You're doing more tools.
We have tons of customers who that's what they're doing. They're making these that other people can use. So they're making them they're making custom client packets for them to do as their coaching. So they'll make a planner and customize it to the customer. So now that customer during their coaching calls goes through the specific planner and customized to their
and
niche.
You're honest that you're using the tool too, but they want it done for you. And of course you're spending you're spending some time on it, but it's what is 2, even 3, even a few hours for $5,000. That's a pretty good starting point, I mean, maybe if you're starting out, you wouldn't charge $5,000. but like $1,000, $2,000 for like a content pack or something is still good when you're starting out, right? So that, yeah.
And I tell my audience, my students, Bizzy, the people who purchase Bizzy.ai, like, this is what I'm selling. Go sell the same thing for less to your people. Like, and you could tell them, Rachel's selling this for $5,000, but I'll sell it to you for $1,000 or whatever. I'll sell it to you for $280. I don't care. Like, go do it.
Very interesting. So you're basically creating an offer and selling that for $5,000 using these tools. That makes it like the ROI is there, you know. So it's awesome.
Yes.
That's a pretty good way to put it.
Okay, I started it originally because to pay for my developers were kind of expensive, especially when we were first starting out. And so we self-funded, so we had no it's been fun. So I originally started doing the content packs because we needed to like make payroll for our developers. And then now we're doing now we have enough users that users pay payroll, so we're fine. But now we're still doing that. So we still have the content packs being sold. And I literally have people like the guy, I told him no 3 times. And he's like, no, seriously, I just need this, please. I'm like, okay. So we sell out every single month, those packs, which now generates a whole nother $250,000, almost pure profit in the sense, yes, it takes like 2 hours of work, but it's almost pure profit because of AI. So
and that's such a good side benefit, which you didn't probably, that's not the intention of the tool. I mean, you had other intentions of the tool, but tell me a little bit more, like we have talked about some digital what's other use cases for this that you can see coming for people, like different types of creator businesses and things like that, what they can potentially use this for to sell different products?
Yes, we have the GHL and ClickFunnels integration. So we're working on that. That's coming out probably in
that would be so exciting actually, because if you want a little bit more custom, right? That's what this is for. Like if you want, because I think you are using something like that probably in your main business, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So we would be able to click and take everything that you've created inside CopyShop and drop it into Go High Levels like automation sequence. Or take everything from CopyShop or Bizzy and post it onto your sales page of ClickFunnels, and then edit it inside of ClickFunnels.
You tap into a whole different audience when you do that's like maybe some people don't want to use the build. Like if you have the running businesses for a while, you are maybe using ClickFunnels or maybe WordPress, whatever you're using. You might want to use your own pages or your own design or whatever. Then you can do that pretty soon. So that's exciting.
What I love about that concept of using your sales page, you can now use CopyShop or Bizzy and just be a copywriter who sets up people's sales pages. And you could do that at scale for any niche instantly, because it will write your sales page copy for you. So when you go to a new customer or a new agency, like I'm going to be your website designer, you can go to the website and be like, okay, what of these 3 websites, without them paying you a thing, which of these 3 websites do you like the most? Because this is what my company can do for you. And we're going to actually build it for you almost in real time, because you can do that using CopyShop. Like that's a huge mic drop wow moment to knock the socks off of a customer. So I can see us moving into having agency use as soon as we turn that on.
No, for sure.
Being like, this
because what I can see, like what I like, for example, with, having, when you get these integrations with Bizzy, you can basically for example, with ClickFunnels, you can have like bump offers, you can have one-click upsells. That would be that would be crazy if you built all that, go for it, but it's already existing. So it's better to maybe have other tools integrating that already is working on this 24/7 to make it the best tool. So it's awesome,
I just thought of a use case. Affiliate offers. So let's say you're for Ryan Levesque or Jeff Walker, whoever you're talking about earlier. So you're an affiliate for them and you're like, oh crap, it's Friday. And I got the reminder email to start promoting them on, say, Monday is when they start their pre-launch. And I'm like, oh, well, I was actually going to go camping this weekend. So I have, 15 minutes to throw together a promotion for next week. You can do that with Bizzy, because here's your bonuses if you sign up. Here's your Here's your sales page for it. It's written. Then you have to put the bonuses. You'd have to copy and paste it a little bit, because we don't have it set up for affiliate links at this time. We don't have it set up like that. But you'd have the product. I think you could get it out the door within half an hour.
This is a really good use case, because honestly, you have done a lot of affiliate promotions, me as well. There's a lot of competition going on, right? For the best bonus packages and things like that. So you might use like a tool like Bizzy to actually come up with some of this and actually have really compelling copy for these bonuses that everyone else, they're having different bonuses and values and things like that.
For me, I'm not actually super competitive in, I know it seems like I am because I make it onto the leaderboards a lot of times, but what I am is I do it because they're my friends and I love supporting the people that I affiliate for.
It's kind of fun as well. It's like fun to be part of some of them, right?
I often don't remember that I'm doing it until literally right beforehand. So, I'm like the last minute type of girl. And it's not, I said yes to them 6-9 months earlier. And then it's the night before I'm like, oh crap, I got to do that. This is what this is for, because you don't have to spend 8 hours pulling an all-nighter. So you can still go camping with your kids to be able to, that's an actual real life story, guys, that I did spend 8 hours creating an offer because I forgot about a thing because I'm going camping. Yeah, totally happened to me. I could just make it now in 15 minutes.
No, but I love that you created this tool because you needed a tool like that. And that's basically how it is. Like we have had for my virtual summit stuff we have done, like with VS7 things, we have had like a lot of templates. I'm building like a tool with Virtual Summits AI basically to just have this spit out all the things they need. So they like, imagine going into ChatGPT to do all this will take forever, right? Like if someone would model the copy, that would take forever. But having like a few, like kind of like it's like the next level of fill in the blank copy, but like you're actually just getting it done for you a lot faster. That's basically what it is. So,
and I want you to know too, let's say you're working in one language and you want to work in another one. I'm going to move into this is not live yet, but this will be live.
I was going to ask you about this as well. What if you're in a different language, like Spanish or something?
So this, I believe, is Portuguese.
Cool.
And I'm going to say, this is about how do I become a programmer of PHP. Teach me how to become a programmer. I don't speak that language, so I don't know exactly what that is said, but I believe it's something PHP, which I believe is how to become 30 days to becoming a programmer of PHP. It will create your content for you. Now, it takes a little bit longer when it's translating into a different language, just so you guys, like, it's not as instant as it is in when it's in English, it's a lot faster, but it is still, you're able to have this in Portuguese and Spanish and,
Chinese.
Portuguese and Spanish are releasing next week.
What about Chinese? Chinese is coming, just like.
I'm coming, not for a while, actually.
Okay. Maybe you don't have you might not have too big of a Chinese audience.
Well, the Chinese audience is not on Facebook, so a lot of the places that I market to, they're not present.
No, I'm just joking because it's like a huge language, so or Hindi or something like this,
We are hoping to have Hindi. We are hoping
really?
to have
Okay, cool.
So
I mean, they're really big on social media, so it might be good for you. They're huge.
We're targeting languages that are using Facebook and Instagram marketing because otherwise it doesn't really,
sure.
Why would you want this?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Maybe they do. If we have people asking, we'll make it, obviously. But
very interesting. Very cool. Like I'm really excited for the integrations you're coming with the ClickFunnels. And I don't know, would you come with WordPress? Would it be possible to have WordPress as well and integrate? Some people are using that as well.
The way the integration would work with blog, you could take your blog post and drop it into WordPress. We would probably focus first on GHL, then ClickFunnels, then lead pages, and then we'll go in order of what people in our community
have. So, of course. No, but it's still good. You can still copy this in, like you can copy this into like a sales page you're already using or something like that. That is also possible. Or like you use this copy. That's probably how I would use it because I have already my sales pages, my page design and things like that. But if I use this tool, I will go in and go to CopyShop or whatever and actually getting the things I need and then drop that into my sales page or landing pages and things like that. So I can see many, or for the affiliate bundles and things like that. It will be super useful to do that. Let's say I need a fast action bonus because, I need to get some more sales for something or, offer some more value to my audience. Then I can go in there and come up with some ideas or even generate the whole thing, which Rachel showed us here.
And I love that right now, ChatGPT does not deliver great results for other countries. So what we've done is we make it run in English and then we have it automatically translate the English. So they get the full benefit of the US AI models. We actually have more tools for Portuguese and Spanish than I believe. Even if they go to ChatGPT and OpenAI, they won't get the results that we give them.
Yeah, this is so great. Thanks for sharing this,
Talk
Rachel.
about the different voices.
This is also, this is interesting as well for the audience, I think. Yes.
We'll give you a voice that's a fun voice. We'll give you a voice that's an educational and training voice. And then we give you the hard sell, convert right now, sign up with lots of scarcity and urgency.
Direct copy. Sending 7 emails the last night kind of thing.
Yes. The last night emails. So I would go to this one for the last night. This one would be before you launch. And this one would be during launch and
cool.
Before. So but yeah, those.
Would you also like something interesting? Would you also be able to add, let's say your favorite marketer? Would you also be able to add that at some point? Like
no,
not
right now.
I've seen that in some tools. Like you can add like John Benson or like some copywriter or something you like, and you want it in this style, or Gary Halbert or something.
The reason why we chose not to is we want to make it where it can be made in 15 minutes or less. So what you need to do to make it in 15 minutes or less basically means that you need to have fewer decisions. So I trust that the majority of people, they either want to sell, like hard sell, or they want to be fun and the girl next door, or they want to educate and train their audience. Like that's the majority of voices. So
what do you use the most, Rachel, for your products? Because you're in different niches.
Fun one.
Yeah, I would say like in certain niches, maybe the hard sell is not that, but you have to know your audience pretty well. But that's
that's where like if you're picking John Benson, you probably want to pick the sales one, the far right. If you're picking like say Tony Robbins, you'll probably want to pick the middle one. And if you're picking say another voice,
but it makes sense. You kind of also it's like who you are as a person. Maybe you don't feel good to do this like when you're starting out. So let's and also like if your audience they are in yoga or something like that or whatever it is, or harpist, you probably wouldn't send like such a hard sell email like that. They probably wouldn't feel too good about it. So you have to just think about who you're marketing to. So
sure, but we do give you copy in each of those. So let's say they are a harpist and they usually hang out in educational land. They can switch to selling a hard sell once in a while, and they can have that copy.
Of course.
So it's pretty cool.
This has been awesome, Rachel. Yeah, I'm blown away. You can, if you want to check out Bizzy, you can go also to navid.link/Bizzy. You can, I think you have two different plans, right, for people if they want to check it out.
20s. Okay. A lot of you are thinking this might be super expensive. My competitor is selling this for $2,909.
Yeah, Rachel told me this in our pre-chat, and I was like, wow, this is crazy because it's not that expensive to run the the API calls and things like that. But it's great that you are selling it. It's really affordable, by the way, for everyone watching.
It's $7. Like you can get pizza that's more expensive than this.
Yeah, that's true. In Miami, for sure. I was just there. So Miami pizza in one place. No, it was over $30 actually.
So sorry, I've had allergies. I live in Texas, and I know everybody else experienced fall like 2 months ago, and that's when your allergies all started. Yeah, it's Texas now, and this is the season. So
yeah. No, but Rachel, I really enjoyed this. This is great, and I hope everyone watching this leave your biggest takeaways in the comments if you're a little bit blown away what this can do, and also for the additional features that are coming. Maybe when this goes live, or when you're watching this, then you actually have some of these features, Rachel, in the tool. So you can check it out. Leave some links below as well. But Rachel, do you have any final words of wisdom for someone who is looking to get into AI and dabble in this world?
I think you need to be really careful to not get stuck into digital hoarding, where you're just making more work for yourself. Kind of like I showed you guys that fork picture where I went to Midjourney and I spent like 10 minutes asking Midjourney for a fork in the road, and asking Midjourney for a fork, a split in the road, or 2 different direction road. Midjourney wasn't giving me what I was looking for. Yeah. A lot of times AI is a distraction, and it's giving you like junk, right? It's giving you something digital trash that you can't actually use. I don't think that's helping anyone's business move forward. The reason why we created Bizzy was because we wanted to create an instant tool that at least gets you 80% there. And then you have something that you can iterate on later or make better or test with your audience. But either way, you got it done in 80%. And 80% done is better than 15 minutes on Midjourney and getting something that's imperfect that I can't use, and just spending hours then running prompts to get something. That's what I want to stop people from
of
getting into that
course.
prompt. I call it the prompt in the chat GPT insanity, where you just
I
create
think especially your audience, and also it's like a lot faster to do something like that if you want to test products, especially like, you want to test a lot of products or come up with this the last night before you need to send out like a bonus email for a launch or something like that. Well, that's going to take a little more time, maybe using something like ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT a lot for ideation and things like that and for certain things, but for something like this, it's better with maybe more of a specific tool. But either way, this has been really awesome. I'm going to leave the links to Bizzy and some stuff, Rachel's, her website and everything below here. And leave a comment if you're blown away what Bizzy can do. I'll leave the link to check it out, navid.link/Bizzy. You can sign up, try it out, see if it's for you, and see all the features Rachel is going to add to it as well. So thanks so much, Rachel, for coming on here, and I'll talk to you guys very soon. Ciao for now.